How's it going, everybody? Dr. Coin back at it again, and welcome back to the Coin Cave. In today's episode, we have a quarter hunt for you guys. I went to a few different bank branches to see what I could get my hands on, and I have to say, they really came through for us this time. We have more than $500 worth of quarters. We got ourselves some nickels and dimes for a couple other videos, maybe a live stream for you guys, but today's video, I'm gonna be hunting quarters. Now we have 4 different roll types we're working with here. Now this one right here, as you may know, is my worst enemy, and these are known as ARP rolls, so most likely there isn't going to be anything good in these, but I'll still open them up and check anyways, just in case. And right now I'll quickly show you some of the other rolls that we got today, because we got one that we have never seen before. So about half of the rolls in today's hunt are going to be comprised of these clear rolls. Now we really used to hate these things, but we've had some pretty good success with these lately, so I actually don't really mind them too much, and they're good because you can check on the inside for inners and see if you have anything good. And this right here is very bent and out of shape, so it may very well not be silver, but that color really looks off to me, and the fact that it's all bent may actually be an indication that it is silver, because silver is probably a little bit softer of a metal than the electroplated steel. But about half of the rolls in this hunt will be these clear rolls right here. One thing I always like to see is when you get some different varieties of customer wrapped rolls, because usually here in Canada they'll either come in those clear wrappers that I just showed you guys, or there are 2 other varieties of paper wrapped rolls. But every once in a while you'll see these, which are a lot harder to put together, so hopefully this will be a good sign that maybe there's something good in here. Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys have encountered one of these coin roll hunting yet, but this is definitely an interesting one for me. When I asked for some quarters over the counter at Scotiabank, they handed me one of these as the rolls. I'm not too sure if you're supposed to actually use these as a coin roll, or if you even can, or what the deal is with them, but this is already a pretty interesting find on its own. I'm going to hold on to this. I'll be able to count my quarters in my hunts and roll them back up as I go along to make it a little bit easier for myself. Well, I think that's enough jibber jabber. What do you guys say we start busting into these rolls? Before I do though, I'd really appreciate if y'all would hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're new and would like to see more coin roll hunting and coin collecting videos just like this. And let's start tearing into these rolls. So I just finished going through those machine wrapped rolls. I decided to open all of those up first and get them out of the way, because usually you have the least amount of luck with those. But I can definitely confirm that they were all ARP rolls, but that doesn't always mean that's a bad thing, and it doesn't always mean you shouldn't go through them, because I found something really good inside, and it wasn't silver, but it might be even better than silver. So let me give you a little look at what we found. So this quarter right here is one of the hardest variations to find in the wild. It is one of 3 different variations, and they are all minted at 3 million, and I've only found 1 or 2 of them, I believe, hunting myself, and I did at least 10 or more hunts before I actually encountered any of them. And it is the men's hockey. So this hunt has pretty much already been validated, and the funny thing is I found this in a machine wrapped roll. So this right here slipped by the ARP because it is made of steel alloy, but they don't check for coloring enamels, so that is why I say it is always worth your time to look through the ARP rolls anyways, because they do not check those things for the color enameling, and you can always find these things. So I suggest you always open up the ARP rolls anyways. But this hunt has already been validated. I'm already stoked to get this. It's in great shape too, so I might even be able to stuff this in the album. So I'll keep plugging along with this hunt. I got all the good rolls now to get into, so hopefully we can find some silver or some other good stuff like this. But this right here is an epic find already. Oh yeah. Oh, we just got our first US of the hunt. It is a state quarter, and it is Kentucky, our old Kentucky home. And there is actually a variation you can look for in this. I believe it's called the spitting horse variation. So I might throw this under the microscope after and see what we are working with, but I'm pretty sure just from the site right there that this is not the spinning horse, but maybe we'll check anyways for fun. But I always hold on to American quarters because they are worth a little bit more. But we've had ourselves a few tragedies when it comes to these US quarters, and we just got ourselves another partial tragedy, but the condition on this is very nice for the year. And this one is a 1965, so 1 year off from that US silver, but look at the condition on that. The strike is still very pronounced. Mr. Washington there hasn't been scratched out or anything, which I'm sure is going to become more and more common these days. And just look at the eagle. So this right here is definitely going to be my best 1965 that I have found in the wild so far. Nice that these are floating around here in Canada. Alright, we just found ourselves another interesting state quarter that we haven't come across too many of so far, and that is the 2019 Lowell. It is a P mint mark, so nothing too special, nothing really to write home about, but I really like the design on this. It's a beautiful coin, so I will gladly add this one to my collection. And this coin is looking a little nasty there, but it is still a foreign find nonetheless. I don't know why we get so many Barbados coins here in Canada, but this is a Barbados 25 cents, so I don't think I found one of these yet. Pretty cool. We just pulled our very first provincial quarter of this hunt, and it is our favorite variation because it is our home province of Ontario. I really like the design on that one too. Beautiful. These are all relatively low mintage. This Ontario is definitely not the lowest mintage of the provincial quarters, but since it's the province that I live in, I'm a little bit biased in terms of which one is my favorite. Well, these rolls are really starting to dole out some serious goodies here. We just pulled this bad boy out. I've only found one of these before, and there is a non-color variation of this, which is much more common, but I really like this one right here with the blue. I'm not too sure exactly what that is, but I think it might be an orca. I think these are to celebrate Aboriginal artwork or something like that. If I can, I will let you know in the bottom what set exactly this is from, but a very nice one nonetheless. Just pulled both of these right here out of the same roll. We got another one of these, what I believe is a killer whale variation with the blue color enamel, which I absolutely love, any color enameling. And this is most likely a bison from the looks of it, and guessing by the animal types and the artwork, I'm going to say is probably definitely celebrating Aboriginal artwork in Canada. So 2 more coins to add to the pile. This hunt is going quite splendidly. Oh guys, we are on fire right now. We just got ourselves another 2000 color enamel to lock out the trifecta of color variants. So we got the yellow, the blue, and the green. I think that is a first in hunts. I think I've gotten the green and the yellow before, maybe the blue and the yellow, but never all 3 of them. So it's going to be awesome to line all 3 of these up at the end of the hunt. Usually you'd have to buy them, I believe, in a set. Now I was wondering when one of these might want to make an appearance, but we just pulled our very first 1973 RCMP. So this is a good one to look out for. I suggest you always hold on to it because it is a variation year. They only made this 1 year in 1973, and there's also 2 different variants to look out for. There is the small and large bust. The large bust can be worth a pretty penny, so I might throw this under the microscope at the end, but I will always hold on to the 1973s. This one looks in very good shape too. I don't know if this came out of a proof set or if it's just in very good condition for being in circulation, but very nice. Just got ourselves another provincial quarter here. This one is Newfoundland, so this one is sitting around 11 million mintage, so not a bad one at all. Alright, so I have about 14 or 15 rolls left to go, and I just pulled this out right here. This is going to be the most epic find of this hunt so far, possibly of the entire hunt, but it doesn't look like much right here. But when I turn it over, 2001. Now there are 2 variations for 2001. The common variation is 2001P, and then the uncommon variation What you see right here is 2001 plain with no P. So this right here is a very low mintage, somewhere around 8 million, I believe. And even though the mintage may seem high, this is the first one I have encountered in the wild so far. Definitely been trying to keep my eyes out for this one because it is extremely hard to find and I really need it to fill my collection out. I believe it's one of the last holes I still need to fill. So I'll show you guys at the end of this video probably me popping this in there, and hopefully in these last couple rolls we can get something else. But even if not, I'm happy with this right here. Just got ourselves two more 1973 RCMPs, so that makes 3 so far. Really getting down to the nitty gritty now. We got about 10 rolls left to go when I just pulled out these two bad boys. These are ones that I've been gunning for a very long time, and funny enough, I pulled them both out of the same roll. These are the Provincial Northwest Territories quarters, and even though they're not the lowest mintage, they're around 11 million. I've still been looking for them for a very long time in the wild, and I'm extremely happy to be able to add these to my collection, and I'll be able to slap one of these into the book at the end for you guys. And my Whitman book is almost complete. I only have one more provincial quarter to go, and that one will be all finished off. So let me go through these last 10 rolls and then I will wrap this up for you guys. Well, I have concluded this hunt. Unfortunately, I did not get any silver in those last few rolls, but that is the reality of coin roll hunting. If you got silver in every hunt, if you got silver in every roll, then everybody would be doing this because it would just be free silver and free money all the time. But if you know what to watch out for, what to keep and what not to keep, then you don't have to find silver to have a great hunt like I just had. This might be one of my best hunts so far, and right now I'm going to break down some of the main finds of this hunt. Before I do that, I'd really appreciate if you guys would all once again hit that like button and subscribe if you're new and you would like to see more videos just like this. So in those last couple rolls we managed to pull ourselves a Nova Scotia Provincial, which is another nice one, relatively low mintage. We also found one more of these colored enameled 2011 Bison quarters. What was in that one clear roll that I thought might have silver, it was this right here, which is I believe in 1987, that some guy just wanted to take out his deranged anger on this coin with a hammer and then chuck it in a fire, and then I don't even want to know what else he did to get all this dirt and grime on it, but I will release this back out into the wild. Alright, so these are all of the major finds of this hunt, and they are some major finds indeed. This men's Canadian hockey quarter right here, minted at around 3 million, is going to be the lowest mintage find of this hunt. We have also these 3 different Canadian 2011 Aboriginal artwork color variants, and they're just absolutely beautiful. These blue ones are very far and few between. I've only found one of them before hunting, and you're very lucky if you can maybe sometimes find one of them in a single hunt. So to get all of those, we got all 3 of them, is just absolutely awesome. We also have the 2 1992 Provincial Northwest Territory quarters, and I've been looking for those for quite a while now to fill out a hole in my collection. I will show you me throwing that into there when I finish this up, but this was just an absolutely awesome hunt. And the only other one that I did not throw down there is this guy right here, which was another amazing find, this 2001 plain, which I've also been looking for a very long time. I'll show you guys the empty spot in my book when I throw this into it at the very end of this video. But if I had to rate this hunt, I would say it's a strong 8 or 9 out of 10. You know, I love getting silver. Silver is the bread and butter of most coin roll hunters and what fuels us, but all of this stuff right here, you got to be happy with that. You can't complain with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this hunt. If you want to let me know what your favorite find was down in the comments, I'd really appreciate that. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. So, peace out. Have a good one, y'all.